a beautiful Wednesday, and of course, we shall look at still the Premier League games today. Yes, Premier League games, and only one Scottish team among these games, and also Bayern Munich is still among these games. So we all know that Manchester City is playing today and versus Fulham, and of course, if you're to look at these two teams, Manchester City right now actually got nothing to lose. They must win this game under all costs to pile pressure on Arsenal still. Yes, and if you're to look at Manchester City, recently they have picked up, because they picked up a win against Liverpool, and that was a dramatic game. We didn't expect those results, but we said everything is possible in this Premier League. Now, in the last five meetings, of course, Manchester City won all those five games against Fulham, and Fulham did not pick any win. And of course, most of these games, once Fulham plays with Manchester City, goals are always there. Yes, goals are always made, 4, 5, 6 goals, and you find that City is scoring. Because I remember that a time whereby City bet them Fulham 5-4. It was a dramatic comeback for Fulham. That is in first in leg. But now Fulham sits on the 10th positions. That is the middle of the table. And of course, you know, these teams are fighting for position. For them, they don't fight for now titles, for their positions to remain actually in this Premier League, to avoid relegations, because you may find that any step backward, to step backward, you just go to the danger zone. So this, of course, this very game, that Manchester City versus Fulham, we shall give a straight win to Manchester City. Yes, and also over 2.5 is very possible, because City also score goals, and Fulham also is a stubborn team. Don't underrate them, because they can surprise even those big giants. So the best, of course, for me, I see is a straight win for Manchester City. And for those who may want over odd, also you can go with over 2.5. Yeah, then Sunderland versus Liverpool. This is another game. If you remember last year, December, whereby Liverpool played with Sunderland, that match ended 1-1. It was a tough one, a draw. And of course, Sunderland has proved to be very difficult, though they conceded last time against Arsenal, bet them seriously. They didn't expect that. People were like, no, the first leg was a draw. Maybe probably Sunderland would outshine Arsenal, but of course, you know, Arsenal is in this title race. They can't lose back to back. That is what I know about Arsenal this season, how they're doing. They can't lose a game back to back. I've not seen, and they're setting a very good records. I can say congrats to Arsenal, but let them wait until it's done. Now, Sunderland versus Liverpool. In the last five games, of course, Liverpool won 3, lost 2, and Sunderland, of course, won 2, lost 2, and draw 1. And of course, these two teams, I say, they have met, and the game match last year ended 1-1. Now, this game is going to be still a tough one. For us to be safe in this game, let's go with over 1.5. Please don't trust Liverpool fully, and don't also trust Sunderland. Sunderland can surprise teams. How they play physical match. If you to watch Sunderland games, they are very physical, and once they just dominate your midfield, you are finished. So I will go with over 1.5 in this game. Then the third game is Bayern Munich versus RB Leipzig. These ones, we know that last week these two teams met, whereby, of course, with Offenen, whereby, of course, Bayern Munich bet them 5-1. And of course, people did not expect, they didn't see that coming. Actually, they thought things would be the other way around. But now, if you're to look at Bayern Munich still, Of course, in the last 5 games, they won 3, lost 1, and draw 1. And of course, Leipzig won 2, lost 2, and draw 1. So, which really give this game a better option for us to trust Bayern Munich with a straight win or over 2.5. It's also very possible because if you look at these two teams, they've ever met, and of course, Bayern Munich managed to win 4 times, and there was only a draw. And also how these games are played, you find that Bayern Munich is beating the other team 5-1, 3-3 when that is actually when the draw happened. That match ended 3-3. Yeah. So but if you look at games are always scored, goals come 7, 5, 6, 4. So over, it's likely. The least game scored in the recent 5 meetings, it was 2-1. Yeah, whereby Bayern Munich bet Leipzig 2-1. So I say this still going on, and of course Bayern is going to win, and over 2.5 is also appropriate for this game. Now the third and the fourth in this slips, we said it's in Scottish and Celtic versus Livingston. Yes. Right now, Celtic is doing well. They sit on the third position, and of course, with actually, we can say that 3 win and 2 draws in the last 5 games, and Livingston lost 3 and draw 2 and no win in the last 5 games. And this actually gives some of this team a upper hand that is Celtic to actually win this match. So we shall go with a straight win for Celtic. Yeah, this game it's in Scottish. Then the Crystal Palace versus Burnley. Now, if you to look at this Crystal Palace is not the Crystal Palace that we knew before. The Crystal Palace, we could pile pressures big team when they started the season. Of course, so again, it's Liverpool, the opening IFA, and the community shield. So everything was not fine by then. So Crystal Palace lost it, and right now they sit in the 13th position, the position that we used not to see Crystal Palace on. And Burnley actually is almost on the red zone, not almost, is already actually there on the 19th positions, just it's winning on the Wolves. Now, uh, Crystal Palace lost 3 matches in the last 5 games, won 1 and a single draw in the last 5 games. And Burnley, of course, only a single win in the last 5 games, lost 2, draw 2. So this game is going to be tough. You know, a wounded animal always. They don't come what may, they just come. Yeah. So for us to be safe, because you know this Crystal Palace is also not very much trusted. They can disappoint, like last time against Brighton. Of course, they managed to register that. So we shall go with over 1.5 for us to be safe. But remember, these two teams don't go very straight. You'll be disappointed with the wounded person here, that is Burnley. Then another game is Nottingham Forest versus actually Wolves. Already this one sits comfortably on the last, actually bottom of the table on 20th position, with no win in the last 5 games and a single draw. And of course, now you find that Nottingham Forest also is struggling, because should the Wolves beat them and the others, so you find that they will actually dropped also. Right now, Nottingham on the 17th position. Now let's look at some of the side. Nottingham Forest, 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw in the last 5 games. What should we go with? Let's first look at head to head. Now, when this in the last five meetings between these two teams, Nottingham Forest won two, and there were three draws. And of course, we find that Wolves did not win in the last five games meetings between these two teams. But for us, we know that it's always good to play safe. I told you Wolves can disappoint. They actually scored last time against Chelsea. You saw that game. So probably today they may, but for us to be safe, we shall also go with at least one goal, not now for it to score at least one goal. We don't know how it will end, but at least one goal from Nottingham Forest for us to be safe. So we said that this match, there was that person who actually said they wanted that uniform. You know, I always say the feedback is necessary so long as you are in the right track. So let me give this way, and of course, these are six teams. I combine them, but I always say the choice is yours. Play the way. If you play single one, you pick one, it's yours. If you take two, it's fine. If you take all, it's all fine because it's your choice. You make our decisions there for us. We predict, but also remember, we just predict, but we cannot tell you that it's really like we cannot say that they cannot fail because we are not playing it ourselves. We just predict based on the statistics that we see and the injuries and all that. What actually transpired on that, of course, the team. So please feel free to drop your comment on the comment sections. Be nice, and thanks for the new subscribers. You're welcome. Please, you're in the right place and you're in the right track. So feel at home, and don't worry, any question we like to know, please drop it. But let's just be nice to each and everyone. Yes, you know, with soccers, we are free. Yes, soccer people, if you know that you love football, you know what it means. Always they have shits with one another. So let's plan again for tomorrow's football, and we see the outcome, what may come. Yes, but don't forget there are more other games that if you need a special one, of course, I'm available. You can inbox me and you get your specials for the VIP, and also for the TikTok. It's already also available. Yes, I will be dropping. Winners never quit. Feel free.